I do, yeah. I ride my bike everywhere.
She does.
You're not Dutch if you don't ride a bike.
Exactly, exactly.
3,000-4,000 other people apply for the same house.
Wow.
So it's
3,000 or 4,000? Wow, I was thinking like 20, 30 people, 50 people.
No.
Thousands of people. Wow.
yeah, thousands.
What I love about our country, it's a difficult question.
What brought you over to Haarlem?
The love.
The love.
Love, it was the love, yeah.
Is it still the love?
Yeah, kind of.
Welcome to Den Bosch. So this is supposed to be quite a local town, not so many tourists here. Probably about an hour and a half south of Amsterdam. I'm headed over now to meet an old friend of mine from a mastermind we met in Bansko, Bulgaria in 2018, and he owns a co-working space here. So I'm gonna go say hi to Frank and then see where the day takes us. I've been thinking about moving to the Netherlands, so I'm gonna ask some locals what it's really like to live here.
My name's Celine.
My name is Inge.
Yeah, and you're Dutch, yes? Where are you from?
I'm from Amsterdam.
Oh. And how long have you lived outside of the Netherlands?
Since 1989.
What brings you back today?
Well, my daughter lives in The Hague now, so we went to meet her and she came over here. And we're spending some time together, having a holiday together.
What do you miss about living in the Netherlands?
Mainly family and friends and, eating licorice and...
You're going to bring a lot of that with you.
Yeah.
And why did you move?
Well, my husband's English. He was living over here. I met him in Amsterdam and we moved back there because, we were both in jobs that we didn't like and we thought, well, we'll try the UK and, we stayed there.
Have you gotten to travel back here a lot with your mom?
Yeah, I have a fair few times, yes.
What's your perception of the Netherlands?
I like the buildings here, for example. They're very beautiful buildings and I like the architecture and stuff like that.
The urban planning here is on another level, really.
Yes.
Do you ride bikes?
I don't really.
I do. Yeah, I ride my bike everywhere.
She does.
You're not Dutch if you don't ride a bike.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
What are your names?
Mark.
I'm Nice. And Mark, where are you from?
I'm from the Netherlands, from Eindhoven.
What do you like about living or growing up in the Netherlands?
Low stress, let's say. It's very easy living. Sometimes it's crowded, but the cities are not too overwhelming. It's very just safe and it's just a very gentle way to grow up, I think, here.
Yeah. What would you say to people like foreigners like me from the US, people that are thinking about moving to the Netherlands? Is it a welcoming place for foreigners?
I think so, but it's a bit difficult to really get like a very close friend group. People are pretty close. You really have to prove yourself almost to be fully welcomed. But once you're welcomed in the group, it's friends for life.
And would you recommend we learn Dutch then to get in?
Of course, like any country, we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's not needed, but it's really appreciated. Yeah.
The Netherlands, I've been coming here for 10 years, so I really like it, or more than that now, like 13 years. But what would you say that the local people want to change about the Netherlands? Anything like people like to complain about?
I don't know if we have typical Dutch complaints. I think, the whole world is complaining about certain things. I think the main thing is housing crisis. There's too many people, too little amount of houses. A lot of people, they have to wait for housing. Yeah. If you apply for a house, then 3,000-4,000 other people apply for the same house.
Wow.
So it's
3,000 or 4,000?
Yeah. I mean, in Eindhoven at least. Maybe here it's a little bit less, maybe 2,500, but that's one of the main concerns.
Wow, I was thinking like 20, 30 people, 50 people, thousands of people. Wow.
Yeah, thousands.
That is okay. So you're not giving up your house anytime soon?
No. No, I'm sorry.
And what's your name?
Marky.
And where are you from?
From this place, Den Bosch.
Den Bosch?
Yes.
So could you tell us a little bit about the history here? What makes this place so special?
This place, it's really a magical place. It used to be just a mound of sand in the swamps,
Mm-hmm.
And some kind of a duke, he built some castle there. That's why it's called Hertog and Bosch. Hertog means duke,
Oh.
Duke. So he made his hunting lodge, and from there on, here we are now.
Would you say the community is quite strong here of the local people? Does everyone kind of know each other, or what's it like?
I don't know, because I don't relate to the people very much, you know.
If you could change something about the Netherlands in modern day society, what would it be?
No, it's a terrible place. Completely taken over by merchants. You know what I mean?
Like business people.
It's all business, you know. There's no code of conduct, there's no moral. Everything goes, you know.
What is your name?
My name is Corrie.
Nice to meet you. Where are you from in the Netherlands?
From a village 12 kilometer from here.
From Den Bosch.
Yes.
And what do you love about your country?
What I love about our country, it's a difficult question.
Too many things. Have you ever lived in other parts of the Netherlands or traveled through the country? What are some of your favorite areas of the Netherlands?
Favorite at sea.
At the sea?
Yeah.
The coast?
It's beautiful weather. It's too much people.
That's true. I was just there a few days ago. It was very crowded.
My name is Karen.
Carly.
Carly?
Yeah.
And what do you love about being from the Netherlands and living here? What are your favorite parts of the country?
I don't know.
It's okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, living in the Netherlands is quite difficult to find a job, to find a perfect room to live. That is difficult. That is
the housing.
The house to find is here difficult.
Ja, want er gibt zo'n system you have.
Oh, to find a house, you mean?
Yeah,
You have to register.
Apartment.
Yeah.
You wait years.
How long did it take you to find a place when you moved back?
We wait zo'n 8 years.
8 years.
8 years.
Oh my gosh.
Very expensive.
It is expensive to live.
Is this to buy something or to rent?
No, to rent.
Oh.
To rent. You can buy, maar the prices
Veel
are
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what brings you today to Den Bosch?
shopping and
Oorlogtaak.
Holiday.
Holiday.
Oh,
Yeah.
very nice.
Ferientaak.
How long is your holiday?
1 day.
1 day. You go back to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you have Americans that are thinking of moving to Europe, where would you recommend they live in? Germany or Netherlands, or what would you recommend?
Ja, Großstadt in Keulen, Düsseldorf.
Ah,
Maar niet zo wie ländlich, hè. Ländlich is niks.
okay. Cologne, Düsseldorf.
Ja.
Those are your favorite cities.
Utrecht.
I go there today.
Oké, ja.
Okay.
Utrecht.
Okay, I'm over here by the church still, and I have to say that was a lot more difficult than I expected to even get people to talk to me. I must have asked at least 30 or 40 people before finding one person. And typically when I do these kinds of videos, it's like half and half, like half say yes, half say no. No, in this case, I think I walked around for like 30 minutes asking people all over, and they were just like, so I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it was just a coincidence or if it is true, like what someone was saying, that people are quite closed here. I think it was Mark was saying that. I've actually found it quite easy to make friends in the places I've been, in Amsterdam primarily, but I can see that living in a smaller town, you know, if you don't know people growing up, then maybe it's a bit harder to break into that, especially here in Den Bosch. I think you definitely need to know Dutch. I haven't heard people speaking English on the streets the way I do in other parts of the Netherlands. So even last night at dinner, it's like everyone around me speaking Dutch, and that's pretty rare in most of the bigger cities in the Netherlands. So it definitely feels like we're in a village, we're in a pretty small, tight-knit community, and it could be a good place to come and live. I think it could maybe be a bit of a culture shock for me personally, moving to somewhere like Den Bosch without having any knowledge of the Dutch language and without knowing more than one person who lives here. So I think I'm going to keep moving on. I'm headed to Utrecht next, and we'll see how I like it there. If you're thinking about moving, retiring, or slow traveling abroad, whether it's to the Netherlands or anywhere in the world, my team and I can help. I've been helping people relocate internationally for more than 20 years, having guided more than 1,300 people through the process step by step. If you're interested in getting support from me in planning your international move, then simply click on the link below this video or go to travelingwithkristin.com/relocation or scan this QR code right here. You can fill out an application on our website, apply for a free call with my team, and talk about your plans. That's at travelingwithkristin.com/relocation, and we look forward to hearing from you. Wow, so beautiful here. I love it.
I came here as a student. I left in between from practical studies. So I lived in London, I lived in the Caribbean. And then I just came back and settled here, bought a house here. So
Where else have you lived in the Netherlands?
That's a good one. I also lived in Wageningen because we have the Green University there.
Yeah.
And I did a laboratory training there. So I was in close connection with the Horticultural University in Wageningen. I didn't live there for too long because I was moving to and fro from my mother's house to Wageningen.
How is the housing availability here for buying and renting? Is it also a crisis in Utrecht?
Yeah, well, we Dutch people seem to think that we have the big crisis here because it's very difficult to find a house. The houses in Utrecht have increased again with 10-20% as compared to a year ago. But if you compare with the other countries in Western Europe, it's not necessarily that bad.
Okay.
I think we're not on the top. I mean, obviously the housing in Belgium and Germany are still a lot cheaper than here.
Mm-hmm. So would you say that Utrecht is very welcoming to foreigners that are moving here as far as making friends and things like that?
Yeah, for sure. I think one of the reasons is also we have a lot of foreign students who come here and they pick Utrecht because of the high quality of the studies. And it's they can do majors in English and those kind of things. But also because the housing for students improved a lot.
Uh-huh.
And now they're like, everything is nearby and they got plenty of bars there and they even got a cinema and shopping area. So. But then if they come to the center, they come to have a drink.
Right. Well, thank you so much for sharing your local perspective.
Nice having you here, and I hope you do find a spot and you can settle down quickly.
Thank you. I hope so. My initial impression is that it's not as green as some other places I've been to, and although here's some green area, and there's not as much water, not as many canals, it seems.
I'm Lilian. I'm from a church, and we have schools in Congo. If you want to donate, please.
Okay. And this is the name of it?
This is the name of it.
Yeah. I'm from the US.
Yeah.
It's my first time in Haarlem right now. I just got off the bus.
Yeah.
So what do you love about your city?
I'm not born here in this city. I'm just living here for 20 years, and it's a nice old city, but for the rest I don't like Haarlem.
What don't you like?
The people are changing. It's more everybody for herself, and that I don't like.
Do you think there's any places in the Netherlands where it's still the traditional way?
Yeah, I'm from a small village in the south of the Netherlands, and that's a little bit, I don't know what the English word is, but
more community?
Yeah, more community. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And people help each other.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, donate to her church. We'll leave the link below if I find it.
My name's Nadia.
And where are you from?
I'm from Eindhoven.
Oh, I wanted to go there, but I ran out of time.
Oh, yeah, well, we live there, or we live right there close by it, so yeah.
Why should tourists or visitors go to Eindhoven?
It's a very cool city. I prefer Eindhoven more than Amsterdam because it's less hoe zeg je het? Druk. Less busy, and it's just a very cool city to see. There's lots of new buildings and stuff.
What brings you to Haarlem today?
We wanted to see the city. I've never been there before.
Oh, you
so yeah, I was very curious what it was like. So that's why we are here today.
Oh, well, me too. It's my first time here. So would you say that in Eindhoven, locals are welcoming to foreigners moving in there? Is it a good place to live?
Yeah, well, it depends. Sometimes there's obviously a lot of people living there because they're coming there for work, for ASML. I feel like most of the people are welcoming. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks. Enjoy your lovely day.
Thank
here
you.
and the nice weather.
Yeah, you too.
And thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, bye.
Bye. So far, I'm 2 for 2 compared to Den Bosch, where I had to ask like 40 people to get one person to say yes to talk to me. So maybe the people in Haarlem are a bit more outgoing. There's definitely no shortage of patios around here. I think the whole country is on a patio right now. What's your name?
Saskia.
Saskia, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Were you born in Haarlem?
No.
Oh, where are you from?
I'm from the north. I'm from the province.
Okay.
The little villages in the north.
Oh, which one?
Steenwijk.
And how long ago did you move here?
I think about 8 years ago. 8 years ago, yeah.
What brought you over to Haarlem?
The love.
The love?
The love. It was the love, yeah.
Is it still the love?
Yeah, kind of. We have kids, so there is love, but it's not the love.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. No, it's not the same.
What do you like about living in Haarlem?
It feels like it's a little village, but it's a big city. And it's much more quieter than in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Amsterdam is like crazy. I like the restaurants here. I like the cafes. I like working in the city.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like it here.
Good quality of life.
Yes, it's good, but it's expensive.
So I'm here with my beautiful friend Anju on her rooftop, and we're here in Haarlem. Tell me, why did you move to Haarlem? You were living in The Hague, right?
I was living in The Hague, and I used to live in Amsterdam for 10 years, and I was looking for something, in Amsterdam, but that was impossible at the time because prices were crazy. And I wanted to be in the north because most of my jobs are here in the north. So then I started looking around, and I wanted something close to the airport, close to the beach, close to Amsterdam. And then it became Haarlem, and I was looking around here, and yeah, it has so many similarities with Amsterdam, like the canals and the little center with the little streets, and it's a really charming city. And we have a dog, so there's a lot of green where I live, and it's only a 10-minute cycle from the city center. So that's why I decided to buy the place here. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I don't regret it.
And yeah, I gotta go to this beach that's nearby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the beach is you have Bloemendaal and you have Zandvoort. So those are the beaches the closest to Haarlem. Actually, those are the most well-known beaches. All the people of Amsterdam go there. So in the summer, huge traffic jam. So, really, if you would ever decide to move to Haarlem, please take a bike.
I spent 2 weeks traveling to 10 cities around the Netherlands, and I documented all of it for you here. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for a lot more videos about living abroad in the Netherlands and around the world.